Welcome back to HipHop Noise. Today, we're going to be talking about Travis Scott, who has had a pretty eventful few years. Following the release of his smash hit album Astroworld in 2018, Scott's success has skyrocketed, making him one of the most wanted features in the game. He has also worked on his label, Cactus Jack, and started his own fashion line. All of this success presumably means that the rapper's bank account has grown as well, and Travis Scott makes sure that we all know that. He's often seen out in public wearing expensive clothing like Louis Vuitton and Gucci. However, Scott's sprawling collection of rare cars is probably the best indicator of his newfound wealth. In total, this collection is estimated to be worth over $8 million. So here's a list of the top 8 cars in Travis Scott's collection. And make sure you stay until the end so you don't miss out on our number 1 pick. At number 8, we have the Toyota MR2. This one might not seem that special upon first inspection. The Toyota MR2, aka the Spider, is a fairly common sports car from the mid-90s. These cars are usually estimated to be worth between $12,000 and $24,000. So what makes this car so special that it would warrant a spot on our list? Well, this one has been customized and was used in the promotion for Scott's 2016 album, Birds in the Trap Sing McKnight. During the album's release, Scott set up pop-up shops around the US and named them Hood Toyota. And you can guess, the centerpiece of one of them was the Toyota MR2 itself. Placed in the middle of the room, the car was decorated with what looked like bird droppings, so it's fair to assume that Scott still owns this one for sentimental reasons. At number 7, we have the Range Rover. Travis Scott is well known for his love of 90s media and the 90s aesthetic in general, so it's not surprising that a big chunk of Scott's collabs are with brands that have nostalgic connotations for the rapper. For example, in 2019, he worked with the cereal brand Reese's Puffs on a design for a Cactus Jack themed box. As a celebration, Scott added a customized Range Rover to his collection. The automobile is an elite model of the Range Rover, which is already something of a luxury SUV. But this car features several noteworthy features compared to the standard Range Rover, like a longer body, more flair, more space, heated seats, and a wooden steering wheel. And of course, Scott's most obvious customization of the car is the color, a memorable brown reminiscent of the rapper's favorite cereal. And he also added $1,000 rims just for good measure. It's estimated that this car is now worth over $200,000. At number 6, we have the Ferrari LaFerrari. The rapper's on-again, off-again relationship with Kylie Jenner has resulted in a few shared assets, most notable the Ferrari LaFerrari. Just to give you an idea, the starting price of this car is $1.4 million. Yeah. And that was actually a car that Travis gifted to Kylie. Although Scott has been seen driving the car around LA himself, understandably so. The car can reach 963 horsepower, a top speed of 217 miles per hour, and it gets from 0 to 60 in 2.4 seconds. Which means it's one of the fastest road legal cars ever made. Needless to say that this sports car is one hell of a flex. It's also extremely rare as there are only 499 LaFerraris available. Cruising into number 5, we have the Ferrari 488. As you can see, Scott has a thing for Ferraris, and he has quite a few in his collection. The 488 was added to his collection in 2016. Although the typical colors of this model are black, white, or red, Travis Scott decided to go for a shade of orange. This car may look small, but it's one hell of a machine. With a 3.9-liter twin-turbocharged V8 engine that reaches up to 661 horsepower and a top speed of 205 miles per hour, the car is designed to be extremely aerodynamic because it's a track-focused supercar. It also is a lot cheaper than a LaFerrari at $330,000. At number 4, we put the Mercedes Maybach G650. As you can see from the Rick Ross song Mercy, this car is a favorite among rappers. But of course, Travis Scott didn't just want any old Maybach, he wanted a distinct model. Which is why, in 2019, he purchased the G650, which is one of the rarest on the market, with there only being 99 of them in existence. And on top of that, they're not even officially available in the US, so Scott obviously needed some special connections to add this one to his collection. And that connection was Dr. Bugatti, a car dealer whose specialty is exotic imports. This $1.5 million car boasts massage chairs and solid silver champagne flutes. The car was originally white, but Scott changed it to a brown that matches his Range Rover. He also adjusted the suspension and added some rims. Fun fact, Drake is the only rapper who owns this particular model. At number 3, we have the Lamborghini Aventador. Similar to the Maybach, the Lamborghini has become one of the most rapped about cars in existence, and the Aventador has become a particularly popular model in recent years. It's also not as expensive as you might think, coming in at only $500,000. But despite this relatively low price, the car boasts a 750 horsepower engine and a top speed of 217 miles per hour. As I'm sure you can guess by now, the Aventador didn't escape Scott's obsession with customization. This time, he turned to the famous LA body shop West Coast Customs to turn his Aventador brown just like the Range Rover and Maybach. At number 2, we have the Lamborghini Hurricane. This Lamborghini, however, was not painted the same shade of chocolate brown. In 2018, Scott decided to purchase a Lamborghini Hurricane with a very particular design, purple camouflage. When Scott first took the car for a spin, he was spotted driving on the wrong side of the road. Apparently, it was in order to demonstrate the car's great maneuverability. And finally, number 1, we put the Bugatti Chiron. Without a doubt, the most expensive car in Scott's collection is a particularly magnificent machine. A follow-up to the brand's famous Bugatti Veyron, this one is worth an insane $3 million, and there were only 500 Chirons produced. Travis bought this one as a gift for himself on his 28th birthday. Unlike the other cars on the list, this Bugatti was painted black and features fully tinted windows. Oh, and this model is also the fastest car on the market, coming in at a top speed of 300 miles per hour. It's also worth noting that each Chiron is handcrafted by a dedicated team for the individual buyer. Man, that really is the perfect birthday present. That's all for today, and we hope you enjoyed the video. Hey, which car would you like to add to your collection if cash wasn't an issue? Let us know in the comments down below, and be sure to like and subscribe to HipHop Noise.